Revelation, occultists, and they're more from the cultures that wrote it, right? Because they're Greek and so on and so forth, pagan, Ballis, etc. The Bible is like being chewed up by a beast who's feeding you half truths and things that certainly must be true, like righteousness and God is a God of righteousness, and so on and so forth. But at the end, it is disgusting. You're being shitted out. Set is a play on words for shit. So it's bullshit, right? Bull, Zeus, Jupiter ball is the bullshit, right? These guys believe in lightning, merchants, sailors. It's written by the enemy. That needs to be understood. There's no way to reconcile the explanation for how it ends with reality perfectly. Because these people are fucking insane and they think their Apollo bitch and their Zeus nonsense, their ball garbage, is valid. However, when we look at Revelations 1:16, talks about the sharp double-edged sword of Scripture. Basically, Jesus is the root and offspring of David and the bright morning star. So it's the sun, the top martial arts, and it's Lucifer, he who is Apollo-like, who superimposed on the top martial arts. That's why when you see the seven trumpets, right, the seven stars in the hand, there's seven angles, right? Truth, justice, righteousness, true love, etc. Okay, the holy warrior spirit, etc. In the right hand of God's Son, me. But there's also seven angles of Apollo garbage that's played with the seven trumpets alone. There's seven seals and blah 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 blah. Okay. So first we see the hail mixed with fire and blood that's thrown on the earth, the first trumpet. The second, we see a great mountain burning with fire, okay, and so on and so forth, okay. Then we see the wormwood, verse 3, the trumpet 3, wormwood. The third of the waters turn bitter. These are people who control the world, who have the power to make water bitter, who have the power to bring plagues. Apollo, a deity of plagues and medicine. Problem, solution, New World Order, Luciferian thong, Lilith-like, sniveling clown ass, coward ass, bitches, betas, pussies, corporate trash. Number 4, the sun and the moon are darkened. A third of the stars are said to be struck. Okay, so it has to do with the spiritual essence of this, right? Horus, whose right eye is the sun, the left eye is the moon. Okay, the stars, the star of the show. Okay, the Jupiters, the planets, the celestial bodies. Okay, these guys are playing going by the script, acts, right? It's an act on a play, a script, play, word play, and so on. They're playing a game. Game to them, not me. G-A to them means gay, and then the last part is me for the word game. It's also mage scrambled, image, I mage, I game. They're playing a game, and it's also your perspective, the apple of your eye, the forbidden fruit. They're bitch-ass motherfuckers. Satan is the god of the material realm. It never passes over to become God's plan. As such, it's the footstool. Acts 7, Isaiah, it's the footstool, okay? It is defiled. Isaiah says defiled. It's a footstool. It's not where the righteous are going to go. It's the floating toilet, okay? We see the 5, Abaddon, who's also called Apollyon. There you get Apollo. Okay, and the locusts, who are said to be fallen angels. They're said to be heretics. They're said to be assorted filth, hybrid human and animals. Animus meaning spirit, psyche, spirit, soul, psychology having animal spirit bitches who refuse the true royal martial arts spirit of God. The falcon spirit, the birds of prey that are with the angel standing in the sun who says we're going to feast on the beasts and the mighty kings and so on at the end of the Bible. And the really beta kings, they're pussies. Okay. So again, we have basically at some point they said, the 6th and 7th trumpet in God's kingdom is there. Okay, so it's poetic, scripture, garbage, trash, pussies. We see Deuteronomy 42:41. God's sword is great, it's fierce, it's powerful. Okay, he's sharpening it. Okay, we see in Exodus 15:3, God's a warrior. Isaiah 42:13 or something like this, God's a warrior. Jeremiah, Zephaniah. Okay. We see Isaiah 27, the sword that God's going to use to slay the serpent. Okay, so he sharpens his flashing sword in Deuteronomy. It's a fierce and powerful sword in Isaiah. Okay, it's a great fierce. And Hebrews 14:12, it's quick and powerful. It helps you discern and to see people. Okay, it's sharper than any double-edged sword. So we're talking martial arts. They aren't going to go that much into depth with what kind of sword it is. Jesus came to bring a sword. It's the Royal African Falcon martial arts system. Okay, if you don't see it my way by the time you're done with this, you're insane. What I'd recommend, if you still don't believe me, look up put the Bible in its context and history. See it just in any other religion. Consider the works, the settlers, Set and the settlers, Set replacing Abel in the Bible, the Lady of Byblos, Balat. Put it in this context. How they use the word Yahweh and Baal and El Shaddai. These are Canaanite, Mesopotamian deities. Okay? And look at how they resemble Imhotep and Amen and baby Horus and so on. They have a certain energy, certain spirit about them. The pagans believed that the statues could convey the spirit, and art is one way to translate the spirit among other things. Okay? So you're an idiot if you don't believe me. It's part of why they changed my form. Made me sound like a Western. I'm a Nigerian from Nigeria. Okay? I'm not some preppy motherfucker. What are the odds that I'd sound like some kind of fraternity guy? That's bullshit. That's fucking nonsense. Okay? They're changing my image by poisoning me and editing the software and the hardware on the phones. Okay? And they blinded me, causing me to wear glasses. I'm one serious looking motherfucker. I'm tempted to take off my glasses, but it would fuck my eyes hella hard. They filter out certain things in these glasses. Okay? It's pretty straightforward. I shouldn't have made this video that fucking long, so I'm just going to end it here. You should give up that I'm right by now. Put it in this context. Who was Horus? The Royal African Falcon Martial Arts System. Nature had testified that the African Falcon taught martial arts was put there by God with spirit, mind, body, soul, and spirit to lead mankind. And you're relying on people's visions and daydreams and fucking pagan Greek dick in the booty pederasty nonsense. Think about it.